New Release Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's a lot of new shiny books for you to read, and with that comes a lot of scary books for the Halloween season, and a lot of dystopian, and a little bit of sci-fi. First, we have Confessions of a Murder Suspect, and this is by James Patterson and Maxine Petro, and this is about a girl who, her parents have died, and she is one of the main suspects, but she has decided to instead be a detective and kind of look into her family's past, and she kind of finds some things that she didn't bargain for. On March 25th, we have The Paladin Prophecy by Mark Frost, and he is one of the co-creators of Twin Peaks, and in this book it is about this kid who plays, he tries to play, you know, average, he tries to be, you know, that kind of thing. His parents are like, don't stand out, and one day he just kind of lets it slip and has this great test score, and he is sent off to this prep school, and he finds out that he has more powers than just brain power. Scorched by Gina D'Amico, and this is the second book in the Crouch series, and it is about a teen girl who is a Grim Reaper. Dodger by Terry Pratchett, and this is very boy meets girl. Boy saves girls from captors. Boy continues to save girl, saves the girl. I don't think it's any sort of romance novel whatsoever. It's probably just as fun as Terry Pratchett's other novels. I've only read one of his novels, and it was quite fantastic, and I expect just as much from this novel. A Fractured Light by Jocelyn Davies, and this is the second book in the Beautiful Dark series, and this is basically about this girl who she wakes up and notices that something is terribly wrong. And I don't know if she's an angel or not. I know the synopsis mentioned that she's in love with this dark angel, and you know, that's, maybe she's a lighter angel. The Turning by Francine Prose, and this is a retelling of The Turn of the Screw, in which this guy named Jack, he goes to stay on this island for a summer, and he's babysitting these two very creepy children in a very creepy house, and creepy stuff goes on. Yesterday by C.K. Kelly Martin, and it's about a girl who, she is kind of from the past, but she is now living in 1985, and she sees visions of her past and is like, hey, what is up with this? But there's a suppressive, you know, force in her life that says, no, we don't want you to know about these things. Just live your life. It's okay. Assault by Brian Faulkner, and this is from the Recon Team Angel series. I believe it's the first one in the series, and it's basically sci-fi. These Earthlings are in a war in 2030 with an alien race, and the people that the humans are learning about these aliens and educating themselves, and kind of, I don't know if they're gonna take over the alien race, but they're definitely a force to reckon with. The Other Normals by Ted Vizzini, and this kid, he's 15, and he's into the fictionalized version of Dungeons and Dragons. It has another name, but you get what I mean. You probably understand that whole concept of Dungeons and Dragons, yes? But this kid's like, you know, he's all nerdy about that. He would live his life just doing Dungeons and Dragons, whatever, that could be it, and he'd be happy. And then he gets thrown into this world in which he has to use his skills in order to survive. And so he's like, so this hasn't been a total waste of my life. And kind of a coming of age story within that, like becoming a man kind of thing. So I believe that this will be a very interesting novel, whether or not you are involved in games like Dungeons and Dragons. If it's not a game, I'm sorry. I just know it as something that I've never been involved in. The Hallowed Ones by Laura Bickle, and I can only describe this as an Amish dystopian, in which this Amish, I guess this Amish community is located in this dystopian world, and this girl is on the verge of her Rumspringa, which is basically, if you've ever seen those like reality TV shows where the teens go from Amish homeland to outside of the Amish homestead thing. Basically that's what this is, well, what that is. But this girl's like, I can't leave now because the outside world is going crazy. and there's just this uproar and everything, and she actually helps this outsider come into the community. I don't know if she helps him like get acclimated into the community, but she definitely hides him in her family's barn. I am completely sorry if I butcher this author's last name, but the next book we have is The Infects by Sean Beaudoin. Basically, this is a book about zombies, and it's humorous, and I think that it'll be a fun read if you're not too much into scary stuff. I think there's, you know, horror genre and good stuff that like might lead you into those genres. That'd probably be a good Kickstarter for that, but it seems like a lot of fun. The Blessed by Tanya Hurley, and I believe this has gotten quite a bit of buzz lately. Not too much, but quite a bit. And it's about these three girls who, I don't know if they become friends with or they just meet this guy who believes he's a saint. And they're kind of questioning, like, what if there are saints and martyrs living today? Like, you always read about them in, like, the 15th century or something like that. But, you know, what if they live today? Also, creepy Amanda Seyfried. Yes. Dark Water by Catherine Fisher. And if this cover isn't creepy enough, let me tell you about this book. So it's about this girl named Sarah who she needs to live 100 more years than she is supposed to, and so she exchanges her soul for those 100 years with Azrael, the Lord of Darkwater Hall. It's a long title, and it's just a little crazy stuff. It's dark magic, not, we know from fiction and, you know, TV shows like on Disney with the you know, the Disney Channel original movies during the Halloween season, that mixing with dark magic never ends up well. Also, this kid named Tom gets involved, and so we kind of need to figure out what happens with them. So, seems like a very dark but interesting novel at the same time, because why not? Why not? So that's all for this week on New Release Tuesday. I hope you all check these books out. I put links below to Goodreads so you can add them to your bookshelves and TBR piles and things like that. And I hope you all have a great day. Keep reading.